happy Tuesday. Hope you all had a really nice long weekend for those in the States. I know we certainly did. We spent some nice Sunday afternoons at the beach. It was really enjoyable to spend that time with our little one and with the whole fam. And now, just looking forward to a nice relaxing week back. We'll see definitely how the week goes, but for today at least, we will be playing Humanity again. Welcome in, Sparrow. Hope your day is going well. We are going to be hopping into the Blue Corps. We're going to see exactly what that's going to entail. And then after that, I believe we'll be in sequence number 3. So let's hop on in to the Blue Corps. I don't know if my levels sound alright, or if anything is potentially up with the audio. The Blue Corps was there, floating high above. I heard the voice. There cannot be life without death. Destroy us that we might be reborn. Ooh. Okay. That seems interesting. 4 smaller orbs split from the Blue Corps and descended. Lead the people to the light, our light, and extinguish it. Together you must destroy these manifestations of our being. Ooh. Okay, bet. We'll see how that goes. I've been good. We had a nice, long, relaxing weekend, which we desperately needed, which was really nice. Yeah, now we're just kind of settling in for the week. So let's try sending people this way. They can't jump. How are they going to cross over? Oh, they're just going to go down. Okay. And then will they... Interesting. I'll see how that goes. And probably scuff a little bit of the rest. Okay, so they cannot go down that far. Question is, how in the world... Oh, well actually I think these are the last people I need to do. So he's got these big old buttons over here. So let's see where these people take us. Let's go this way, onto this button in a loop. Okay. So we've got one group going around a loop. Send a new set of folks this way. Send them on this loop. Let's see where that takes us. Oh, gotta send them that way first. Interesting. So let's send another wave of folks through here. While we send some of these folks that way onto that button. Okay, we got them going that way. And then, now that those are full, and the wave of people this way. And up and through this button. Okay. So now, we've got people... These fans are being blocked. Do I want them to be blocked? I'm really not sure about that. Also seeing a bunch of jump buttons over there. What is going on over here? So, okay. So this is kind of testing our requisite skills, I can imagine. So this way, down, left, up. And then they jump. Down, left, jump. Up. And then a long jump, it looks like. What is that going to do? Yeah, that's too far. So let's go this way. And, interesting. There's no climbing wall. And there's no way up from there. Okay. So can I send people this way? And they should jump over. No, they don't. They just kind of walk right through. Okay. I can't send people downward. Interesting puzzle here. So we've got jumpers going that way. I guess I'm gonna have to try sending people this way. And see how that goes. What happens if they jump on a jump button? Does it keep jumping them? Yes. Interesting. Can I... And I can't send them through the void. Let's see. There's no other secrets to this one. It looks like they're still trying to push it. Huh. There's absolutely no climbing. Okay, we'll come back to this one. And then we've got the wave of folks just looping on through, trying to push buttons, it looks like. Very, very interesting. So what I probably need to do is to send people up that way, but fill that hole. So it looks like we start here. Fast forward just a touch. Can they push that? No. Okay, that's just a safe spot for them to go. Interesting. Okay. This one does look like a pushable block. So let's try pushing that block. See where that takes us. Okay, yep, that's a good start. Alright, so now that hole is filled. Okay, now people are kind of walking through, it looks like. Oh, I can't. Oh. Because you can't make motion on any of these blocks. So I guess what I could do is now start sending people upwards. So send them this way. And they get moved upwards. So they'll get now directed this way, which will then send them down this way. And now I can push this block, which should then get pushed into this hole. Okay, not too bad. But now they're getting sent upwards. Okay. But they are over here. Oh, okay. That's reasonable. And that pushes them into this hole. Block up, up, up. Alright. That would make sense. And so that now sends people down there, but then... This is what I'm not understanding now. Is that's too far of a hole? There's no rewind either, there's just a pause. Let's try resetting this one with the existing commands I already have. And go back over to these people. And just don't push the block in. Because it seems like I do need to go down a level before they get over there. So let's try that. So send people this way, towards that. Push that down, then send them back. And now everything else should already be set in place for people to come through. But now I need to send them down this way instead. No, they're still getting interesting. Okay. So now the momentum is almost too much. It's not doing what I intended it to do. Do I want to put... I can't put 2 blocks on top of each other, can I? No, I can't. So maybe I need to move this block down and give them a landing pad? That's really all I can think of. So let's try this. Let's try move it this way, up and down. Okay. Let them just go on a loop for a bit until I can get people to go this way somehow. Can I even get them to go that way? Doesn't seem like it. Oh, I guess I could send them this way now, but then they can't get over here, can they? And just because I'm in here, I can't direct. So this one shoves them this way, but then that shoves them up. Yeah, let's try this. Let's see where this goes. See where this takes us. But then the same problem as before. Oh no, no, it's not. No, it's not. It's this way. They go up, and then they go that way. And what's gonna happen if I move that block? And they push it down. Yes. So now that hits. Oh, okay. So I need to move the square onto the orb. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Well, sorry, folks. I'll have to let you go. Now, I need to get everyone up here somehow. So they need to move these blocks. Hey, welcome in, Mel. It has been pretty fun so far, I would say. It looks like there's 4 sets of puzzles that I'm having to solve, and I've already solved 1, which is a pretty good start. Now, I think I can move these blocks. However, what I need to do is get these groups of humans to push this block down and destroy that orb. In order to do that, I need to have them walk across this ramp up somehow. So let's do some experimentation here. What happens if I move this? Hey, welcome in, Monzo. Mondo? How would you like me to pronounce your name? I know you popped in last stream and I really appreciate it. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. So that moves right across. So if I push this back, how far do I need it to go? Or is that even the right solution? So, okay, I've got 2 waves of people pushing it back and forth. Okay, that helps at least delay the puzzle for now. Then I've got this block over here that I'm not entirely sure what to do with. So, let's think. They can go up the ramp to that block. And they can go up, so they can go up here, which can bring them where? Mondu, Mondo, or Doos. Okay, Dumpling Boy. I'll definitely stick with Dumpling Boy. That sounds pretty good. We had some dumplings this weekend. They were delicious. Let's see. Neither of these blocks can be moved. Can I move these next to each other somehow? No. So let's try this. Let's try moving this block that way. Oh, wait, that's just going to move them up the ramp, isn't it? Yep. That was a mistake. Honestly, the long stories are the best stories, though. I would definitely say. Alright, now hang on a minute. I'm going to send these people back. So... Get out of here, people. Get out of here. Now the question becomes... If I move them this way... Oh, I would love for you to tell me. Tell me the story. Let's see. I think what I want to do here is move these folks up this ramp onto this block, and then they go up that ramp, just a different block. Somehow. Yeah, no worries at all. Take your time. Let's try this. Let's move this block up there. And then as soon as they go too far, we'll have them... Oh, can I not even push it further than that? Interesting. How did I get them to push it further last time? Maybe I can push them this way? And that's about as far as it can go. Really interesting here. Because this can't go down one. Let's try pushing this wave that way. Hey, welcome in, Raiders. Thank you for hopping in, Sithy. Hope your stream went well. I am currently trying to figure out how the heck I get through this puzzle. Let's just cancel all these movement actions. Are we winning? I wouldn't say we're winning so far. We're definitely trading is the right word. I have a feeling we're going to be on this one for quite some time. I'm doing good, Sithy. We are playing a little Humanity, enjoying a nice relaxing break after a nice long weekend. I hope everything's going well with you. Hope you're streaming well. Okay. So it looks like that's been pushed pretty far. Let's try moving this group of people that way. And you can actually get to see this game this time, because last time you raided, you weren't able to actually see the game being played. Oh, interesting. Oh, so they can go up this platform now. Oh. But now they have no way of getting up the platform. So they'll just walk right off. So now what I need them to do... How do I get them to go up this ramp? That's what I'm struggling with here. Exactly. Like good little sheep. It's exactly right, string. I don't know if I called you shrimp. String. And they need to push this block down to destroy that orb. Oh. Am I... Oh. So they need to maybe... somehow get up to this platform? No, they can't do that, can they? Can they... Oh, can they push this block down now that this is up? Or is it just going to push the whole thing? No, okay, they can't push it from there. Weird. Oh, is it because this cord is pushing it up? Yes, it is why. Okay. Your ex. You never know, man. It's a crazy world we live in. Fascinating. Okay. Wow, that is absolutely a story. Trolling a stream, normal trolling. Now one of my follows, AAA battery. Streamer told me half my name meant dumpling in some languages. Oh, interesting. So now you're just permanently dumpling boy. Okay. Oop. What is gonna happen here? I'm trying to think how I push people up onto this platform. So maybe... Yeah, welcome in, Chiver. Yeah, we're doing the blue orb, which seems like, honestly, it's probably going to take the whole stream at this point, considering how tricky this puzzle seems to be. Let's hop over to one of these other ones, and we'll pause on this particular one for now. So what we need to do is get hordes of people over on this platform and somehow get them to fly above onto that platform. So let's do this. Let's clear out this horde and let's get rid of these folks and just let them fly off around their day. So I think I need to only light up one of these squares, and it's probably going to be this one, if I had to venture a guess. So let's get these people onto this platform, and they now fly up. They don't go far enough. Interesting. Okay. So maybe they make it if they can drop down? I know, right? It's different when you can have the gears turning, you're not the one controlling the controller. That is absolutely true. So what we're going to do here is send them up this way and let them go on the loop instead. Oops. If I can fix this. Let's see what happens here. So now I can cancel this horde of people coming up. So now they'll land safely on the platform. Let's see what happens when they go on that fan. There we go. Perfect. So now they push the block down and they destroy the orb. Crushed. Absolutely demolished. Second orb destroyed, 2 remain. So now that leaves us with 2 orbs remaining. So we have this orb over here. If I can get up there. There we go. I am totally okay with backseating. I have no problems with it at all. So feel free to give me any advice or recommendations that you have. And what I'm going to do in the meantime is clear out these arrows. And to give those of you that haven't seen this puzzle context, my ultimate goal is to, there's these small jumps here, and there's these long jumps here. So working backwards, they need to push this cube. They need to long jump from here to do that, which I'm going to assume requires them to jump on this square here. But how do they get up here is going to be the question. Because if I send them this way, they jump off that way. And if I send them this way... Hey, welcome in, Bay. How's everything going? So if I send them that way, they jump up, 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 but then they can never stop jumping. Because I can't, because of this direction here, I can't override what direction they use to jump up. So what I'm trying to figure out is, Do I... Oh, maybe I send them this way and they can long jump? Let's try that. Let's see what happens. So send them this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. Let them walk this way, this way. Let them long jump. Hope that they land here and send them this way, and up. Nice! I've heard a lot of people playing Paleo recently. I hope you're enjoying it. Oh, shoot. Nope. That long jump is just too far, but this one is also too far. Okay, so let's try sending people this way. Up here. And onto that long jump. Oh, down, down, down. There we go. Okay, I think I'm getting it now. Up this way, maybe? No. There we go. Jump, jump, jump. Okay, I think I've got it now. Yep, there we go. And then they long jump, push the cube. And that is that. And boom, we have 3 orbs destroyed. And 1 orb left, which is the one that I skipped. So let's try, let's see what happens if I go over, back over here. Whoops. How do I get over there is the question. I guess this way, yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so now the challenge we have left is we need people to get up to here. In order to do so, they cannot climb. They need to go up a ramp and go here, and then somehow climb up over here. So, I wonder if I can get away with merging those 2 blocks together, and we'll see where that takes us. So let's try going up this way, out that way, and push that block back where it originally was, which was over here. And then we send that same group of people. Oh, I can't send them that way, can I? Yes, I can. I can send them this way and up and push that block back where it originally was. Okay. So by working harder, or working smarter, not harder, let's try pushing these 2, oops, blocks together. And let's see what happens here. Okay, so they can move. Oh, they're going to push it right off the wall, huh? Yeah. One of the other things is you can't push blocks through this little thistle of grass. Oh, I got an ad break. Whoops, forgot to sub that. Oh well. We will let the ad break run. And for those of you that will be coming back from the ad break, I will see you on the other side. So let's push this block this way now. This mega block that we have. Okay. So now, oops, we've got that horde pushing that block. Let's move this horde. Oh. No, all my hard work. Stop pushing the block. You go this way. Push this up 1. There we go. Oh, we've got 2 competing groups working against each other. Okay. There we go. There we go. So if we get this group moving down, oh. Ooh, that was definitely not intended. Let's move this group this way, this way, this way, and then stop them from pushing that block. And now we've got that little group spinning around. We push this up. Welcome back, folks. Coming back in from the ad break. Sorry about that. I always forget that some of these sections take longer than 30 minutes. And you know what I've done? It feels like I've just stumbled onto the right solution accidentally. So by pushing the 2 blocks together and pushing them over to this other platform, I've now created a 2-dimensional walkway for my group to go. So now that I've got this set up, let's take some actions over here. So push people this way, up this way, and this way, and then left, right. Oops. Where did I go? Here I am. And up, and right, and over. And there we go. And that should give us the solution to this puzzle. And there we go. So that is all 4 orbs shattered. The final orb was destroyed. Now what happens? Our work here is done. We were but the first to instruct you. The trials may now proceed. You have our thanks. So now what? Ooh. So this blue orb that's been guiding me since the beginning of the game is now shattered. Okay. Stage completed. Black and blue. Defeat the blue core. So now we've got all these goldies. Fragments of the blue core drifted about the testing grounds. Wait for that achievement to clear. Then what? Ooh. Looks like a new orb may form. Green orb. Okay. Update complete. Oh, did it get a software update? It's a new voice in my head now. Different, yet familiar. Greetings. I am the green core, in case you hadn't noticed. I deal in matters of, well, it's complicated. You'd call it the soul, I suppose. Ooh, deep. Okay. Whoa, is everyone floating away? That is a lot of people. It's like they're forming an orb around the core? Whoa. That's trippy. What are you doing with the people? I didn't do this. You did, and they did. I'm not going to explain every form their consciousness takes, okay? Whoa, sassy green orb. I'm juggling more of these things than your little brain can fathom. Oh my god, rude. Suffice to say, it's the next logical step, with your progress in the trials and all. What do you mean? You'll understand once it's worth explaining. My god, so sassy. If you make it that far. Jeez. Alright, sorry, I forgot you can hear all this. Now let's see here. Huh, interesting. Very interesting. Well, looks like we've got a clever one here, eh? According to Blue, at least. Still working on that old god voice I see. Yeah. Anyway, I think you'll find my trials a bit more engaging. Okay. So we've got Sequence 3, Fate. A new statue appeared. Sequence 3, Fate. Okay. So what will Sequence 3 have in store for us? Let's see. Split decision. You know, I agree, Mel. There's no one wearing a mask. This is very not COVID friendly. Let's see. Place of fate, yada yada. Let's cut to the chase. In these trials, I'll hold time still and wait for your signal. Plan ahead and set a path to guide the people to the light. Just remember, once time starts moving, there's no altering that path. Oh, I actually do kind of like this. Because, you know, that's fate and all. Okay, so that button starts the timer. Once activated, the dog will disappear and no further commands can be placed. Okay. So typically, we have people coming out of these little squares here. And our objective is to move them to these little squares at the end. However, we need to activate these goldies along the path. Our goal is to accumulate as many of those as possible to unlock things like fast forwards. Basically, it's just quality of life stuff. There's nothing that's plot impacting by collecting goldies, but we certainly want to collect them if we can. So one easy way I could do this would be to send them just directly to the squares and call this level complete. But if we did that, we would not get any goldies along the way. So start switches and trial start switches, you can make all your commands before activating the switch and setting people in motion. Okay. So I would like to, oh, there's 2 sets of waves of people. That's even better. So it looks like we can do this relatively in parallel. So I will send one group this way to activate this square here. I will use the other wave of people to go this way to collect the goldie and land on this square over here. I can do the same with this other horde of people. Send them up this way, send them down, and then this other wave of people down here. I don't know why I put that command there. I don't need that. I will send them to the right, collect the goldie, and send them down into their square. So just to make sure, I've got everyone pointed into the direction they need to go. And that should collect the goldie where I need them ultimately to be. So let's try hitting the start switch and see where we go. Okay. Oh, cool. The dog is a little bit more translucent now. Now I'm just going to leave it on regular speed just to kind of experience what's happening. And for the future levels, I'll probably do some fast forwarding. So we've got wave people on the left going down as I expect. We've got the people going towards the goldie. It looks like we are doing exactly what I was hoping we'd do. So let's see what happens with this other set of goldie people. Yep, they're going down, and the more people that fill up this square, the more they move towards light. That will complete that square and mark that complete. All right, so we've got the 2 goldies. We've got everybody going to the squares, and it looks like this level will wrap up pretty quickly. Easier said than done. All right, stage completed, 2 goldies collected. And what did I unlock by doing that? Let's find out. So Super 70s. Ooh, when you wanna, gotta have the funk. Yeah, let's change their appearance. All right, trial 2, ups and downs. So now we understand the concept. Let's iterate. Okay, so we've got a new power. So what will this do? Branch will set the people on diverging paths. Okay, let's collect that power. Let's see if we can find the question mark block that explains how it all works. I don't see one here, so that makes me think, oh, that we won't get one. And I can switch between the commands using the, I guess they're function buttons on my controller. So I've got one horde of people coming this way. So they will need to go down. And how far do we want them to go? I think the way this is going to work is kind of like a Plinko board, where if I diverge them this way, I would imagine that one will go up and one will go down. So I don't want to use that here necessarily. I do. Can I set the branch in this direction? Yes, I can. Okay, cool. So just to see, what I'm assuming is going to happen is I've got wave of people going down, but then they're going to go left and right? That doesn't seem exactly what I want. So let's just send this people down this way to collect the Goldie. And then send them to that square. And I'm going to assume, based on the fact that I need to satisfy this criteria, that it may keep the people that are going in a particular direction on the path that they're on, maybe? This is going to be an experiment. So let's just let this run and see what happens based on the choices that I've currently made, just to see how that branch block will work. Okay. Okay, so they just fall directly to their death. Okay, cool. So let's reset that with the commands cleared. Okay. So the branching pattern is really only useful here on these blocks. So let's do a diverging path this way and set the divergent path to go this way. Send these folks down to collect the Goldie and down here to hit the switch. Then I've got a group here. Let's send them this way. Send them down. Diverge them this way so that one set of people goes and collects this Goldie here. But then where do I want them to go from here? So I don't necessarily need them to activate this square. So I can collect the Goldie and send them up this way. And then maybe these are the folks that will just end up going to this square. Oh, I can branch them here. Oh. And so half of them will go here, and half of them will go here. Okay. And then for the people, I can maybe diverge them this way and send a group up here and a group there. And that should be enough to satisfy the level, I think, with the two Goldies intact and all of the squares being activated. So I've got one square down there, this divergent group going up this way. Yeah, I think we're in a good spot. Let's activate this and see where we go. And I'm gonna fast forward from this perspective to see where my little ants will go. Did I? Yeah, okay, cool. Okay. Looks like we're good there. Both Goldies have been activated. Yeah, and I've got that group going down, filling up that square. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we just wait for that other Goldie to walk where they're going to walk. And that should complete them. Perfect. So we've got that stage nice and complete. Perfect. 35, 36. Both trials done. Little ants. Yeah, it's true. You know, there's so many people in this game, it's impossible to keep track, you know? It'd be nice to name them, though. Hop, skip, and jump. So now I have 4 abilities for this level. I've got turn, I've got jump, I've got high jump, and I've got long jump. Oh, right. Limited commands. Sometimes commands can only be used a certain number of times. Did you really need me to explain that? No. Okay. So command usage limits. If a number is displayed above a command, it means the command can only be used that number of times in the trial. Okay, so I see 1 jump, 1 high jump, and 1 long jump. So, I don't know if the dog has a name. I haven't actually seen if it's gotten one. So for now, I'll probably just call it Shib, because it definitely, as you can see, is a Shiba Inu with this cute little wagon tail. The That's really all I know about the dog. They've never actually explained where the dog comes from, what the dog's function is. So you're just as in the dark as I am. Now I'm going to assume that the way forward here is a long jump. So we've got one of those. Oops. We need a regular... Oh, interesting. So we've got a bit of an impasse here. So if I want the second Goldie, I need to activate at least one of these buttons. I don't have a divergent path at play here. So maybe... Let's see. I've got one jump, one high jump, and one long jump. And unlimited turns. So I know at the very least, I'm going to send people this way, and have them jump over to here, onto this square, eventually once the box gets broken down. And once they get to this Goldie, they will just go down this way into that square. The question becomes, now that I've got all those jumps being activated, which jump makes the most sense here? I'm going to assume that maybe it's the regular jump. No, it has to be the high jump from this one. Definitely has to be the high jump here. Definitely is a turn this way. German Shepherd. Yeah, that's true. That would make a whole ton of sense given the theming of this game for sure. So we got a regular jump, turn, jump number 2, turn. What am I going to use this long jump for? I don't even think I do need the long jump at this point. So let's try it this way. I think given what we have, but the challenge is, let's do, instead of turning them that way right away, we want this way. Oh, I see. And then maybe the high jump is here. And the long jump is... Will the long jump send them over, though? And then take the high jump, send them this way. Oh, no. Oh, wait. Yes. This. So they take the long jump, go this way, this way, this way. Get rid of this second jump. Send them up this way. Do the high jump. Get the Goldie. Go to the square. The challenge is, I don't know if the long jump is going to work in the way I'm expecting here. You know what? Experimentation. Let's give it a try. So they move to the right. They move up. They continue to move down. And then they long jump, but they don't collect the Goldie. Oh, they did collect it. Okay, great. So I think now they're on the right track, except they can't jump. Okay, that's what it was. So keep the commands intact. That's where the second jump comes in. So they need this jump here. Perfect. All right, let's try that one more time with a little fast forward, because we've already seen this part. So eventually they will collect the Goldie if they long jump. They've got one jump here, left, right, down. So that deactivates that block. Okay, then they do another jump with a high jump, which should get them to the Goldie. And they drop down, and they hop into the square. And there we go. Stage complete. Okay, so that will now get us another activated Goldie music selector, Baby Steps. You can now press RB and LB on the title screen of most trials to change the background music. It's true, only a few will die. For the greater good, right? That's how these games typically work. Belt 1 out. Okay. let's see what this one's gonna take. Now playing float. Stream. Hook. I'm definitely gonna go with stream. It's probably my most relaxing music in this game. Okay, so let's take a lay of the land here. We have one Goldie here in this level, and we have a series of belts that move in a very fixed direction. So if I want to get them to the goal, which direction do I want them to take? So let's assume that I want to take them this way. How do I do so? Well, let's see. What is this going to tell me? This time I noticed the pillar of light shown a golden hue. This is a Goldie goal. Goldie must be led into it in order to complete the trial. But is there a separate exit? No, okay, so we need Goldie to complete this level, so we don't have a choice. So I have 6 turns to work with here. I'm going to guess that I need to send the people which way? Whoops. So there's this direction to this direction to this direction, this direction, this direction to the end. So let's work backwards from that. So that would require me to send them this way up. This would require me to send them this way to the right. This would require me to send them this way up. This would require me to have them... How do I activate the Goldie along the way? So let's work backwards again. So up, to the right, up again. They're already going this, they're coming this way. Then they need to go... Interesting. Oh, okay. So that way. I'm gonna run out of turns if I do it that way. I don't think this is gonna work the way I'm expecting it to. So, what if I go this way instead? So let's do, they go this way to the end. They go along this path here. How do I get to the Goldie? So they're gonna walk this way to start. So up, they go this way, but then they end up back exactly where we started. Yeah, so this way, down, they get the Goldie, they go back down, they go to the right, they go up, and they go to the end. So let's check that math again. So this way, this way, this way, this way. But then they don't go up. How do they get to the Goldie? This way, this way, this way, this way. Oh no, they've got it. Alright, cool. Yep, alright, let's give this a shot. I think this is the right way. So they go up this way. Let's jump into their perspective, because I can do that. Oh, I can't do that as this little guy. Oh, normally I can jump into their perspectives, but I can't when I'm the little voided out boy. Let's see, going down. Get the Goldie. Okay, perfect. And my little S-shaped mousetrap has now brought me successfully to the gold zone. Goldie zone, I should say, Goldie zone. Stage complete. Alrighty. let's see. So before I proceed on to trial number 5, I'm going to take another quick 90-second break, and I'll be right back. But let me answer that question first. What happens if the line crosses itself? It's a good question. My understanding is whatever direction the horde is moving, they will continue to move. If they intersect, they will just pass through each other rather than interrupting their path flow. But we can certainly test that in one of the next levels. All right, I'm going to run a quick 60-second ad, and I will be right back after that commercial break. Be right back in a minute. We are now back. So let me quickly see why my ad break is still going. We'll snooze that for now. So let's hop into these last couple sequences right before we get to about the top of the hour, which is when we'll probably wrap for the night. So let's try Gridlock Redux. Let's see where that takes us. So we've got turn, we've got branch, and we've got high jump. We've got one branch and one high jump. So this level is a series of squares that need to get pushed in a particular direction, and we will see exactly what that is going to entail. So in this case, we can push this block down and then potentially branch the path to have people push other blocks. And these are both Goldie exits, so we want to collect a Goldie. So this one seems pretty obvious. I can't... Okay, so one nice thing is that the blocks will collect this little thing that I've set. So once I get a cube over here, they will branch that way, and we are good to go. So that is probably how we'll end this level. So given that, we have them pushing this block this way. We will... interesting. No, we need to have them push this block down. We need to have them push this block in. We need to have them push this block in. We need to have them push this block through. Push this block down, push that block in, push this block in, and then get to the branching path at the end. So just to recap what I think needs to happen, I don't know where the high jump comes in though. That's going to be interesting to see if there's a sequence break or something that I'm not accounting for. So up, left, straight, down, to the right, and back the way we came. So let's see how this goes. Okay, so this block gets pushed. Oh, interesting. So it does reset the turn pattern. Maybe if I keep the commands, I think what I have to do instead, if I remember correctly, from one of the times I experimented with this, is I can put the command on the block, and the command will move with the block. So let's try that instead. And that should be good to go. Let's give that a go. So now, yep, there we go. That block gets pushed. Oh, shoot. I need to keep the commands. I screwed up. I forgot to put the split, or the branch, I should say, here instead. Okay, now I think we've got it. So let's give this a try. Gets pushed, they move up, they keep moving straight, push the block, they move left, push the block, they move left, push the block, they move to the right, and now we're going to see what happens when they get... Oh! Okay, that was not what I expected. So they need a high jump somewhere. Interesting. Okay. So let's do a command keep. And let's high jump them over this block. And see how that goes. So this is going to be a lot of trial and error. Let's fast forward that. Okay. Okay, so they've now... Oh, but they've high jumped over it now. Shoot. Interesting. This is not as straightforward as I assumed it would be. Maybe I need to put the high jump here instead. Let's keep the commands. And let's put the high jump. Oops. Interesting. Where do I put the high jump? Because... If this block needs to push across and go in here, I cannot, not in this, in earlier levels I could. This, once it's set, they're set in stone. I can't change them after the fact, unfortunately. I think, so I need to basically push these blocks in the right order. And it feels like this block needs to be the last block, but I could be wrong. Where do I want to put the high jump? Maybe I put it here, because ultimately there should be enough people pushing this block to put it into that hole. Let's try that. There we go. Now that looks right. So they high jump over the impasse. They push the block through the impasse. And there's no intersection at all with the folks that are pushing the block. They just jump nicely right over that group. And then they split, go to the Goldie blocks, and then we have a satisfying ending. There we go. Perfect. Goal set. Alright. And we will do one more trial before we wrap up for the night. Let's try Switch Hitter Redux. Okay, so on this one, any of these blocks that have the little diagonal slates on them can be climbed. So our objective here is we have this horde over here that needs to push, jump up here. They need to jump down, get the Goldie, climb up here, and get to the Goldie block at the end. It seems like only 5 times this button can be pressed. Number switches. When the right number of humans step on the switch, something interesting will happen. Once triggered, any switch will last until the end of the trial. Okay, so 5 people need to walk on this switch for it to be activated. So let's see here. They're moving this way to start. So they will move down. They will go this way across this block. They will go this way to activate this block. They will climb up, but then I can't place a command down. Okay. So then what we're probably gonna have to do is send them down this way, up to Goldie, back up this way, and then, have them go, this one I'm not sure about. We're gonna have to see how this goes. Let's activate this and see where we go. So they go up this way, they go down that way, they collect the Goldie, and I forgot to put a line for the start. Whoopsie daisy. So let's do this again. The question's gonna be, how do I get them to climb up to the Goldie box? Oh, they have to climb this way, actually. Okay. It also looks like I am out of snoozes, so unfortunately for those that are not subbed, I'm gonna have to let this ad break run. I'm gonna run this ad now, and y'all will just be in the game with me. And we will let this ad break go. I need to certainly fix my ad break settings after this, because this is like the second or third stream in a row where I've seen this disruptive behavior happen, and I just, the 55% revenue is just not worth these disruptions. So apologies, folks. So in the meantime, for those of you that are subbed, we will solve this together. So this will move to the right. We will continue to probably go this way. Okay, we will go that way to activate the block. We'll go this way to activate this block. We'll move the horde back over this way to climb the ladder. We'll move them this way to collect the Goldie, and this way to climb up the block to get to the Goldie block at the end. And what we use the jump for, I have no idea, and I'm sure we will discover it together. So let's fast forward this group along. They will climb the block. They will move down. They'll move straight. Ooh. And that's not going to work because they never even got to this section over here. And on top of that, they're moving towards the Goldie that's fallen to their death. Okay, so let's retry and clear those commands. We will try to figure out a way to get them to jump over each other somehow. They will need... All right. Welcome back, folks coming in from the ad break. Apologies for that. My goal is to get that sorted out next stream. But for now, our mission is these people are walking this way. Maybe they need to climb. What I'm not understanding is where would they jump in a way that would not be conflicting. So maybe they can jump over this turn that happens there. No, that doesn't make sense. So I definitely know, at least, that this is the correct action of doing the Goldie last. Because it's the only way it makes sense for folks to get to the Goldie block without activating the square. So they go this way. Where do we want them to turn? Can I do it in a way? I can. It's non-disruptive. So they will go this way up the square. And they will go this way. No. Interesting. I have unlimited turns, yes, and I appear to also have unlimited jumps as well. So that could be useful in getting people out of the way as needed. So for instance, I could do this, where I send them this way, and then go, Because what I'm thinking is, I'm trying to reverse engineer this path of it. So they're walking through this through some mechanism I've devised. They absolutely have to take this path. This path, no matter what. So they'll go back the way they came. And then I can try, no, I can't do this, but I can do this and have them go the long way. So if they're going this very specific short path, I can then send folks a different way if I needed to. Oh, but then they're stuck in this loop, huh? I can probably do a jump here then. And have... This one's a real tricky one. So if they're coming through this way to start... Hey, welcome in, Danny. We are just about near the end of the stream, but we have one more puzzle left to go. And that is what I'm trying to wrap my head around right now, is this last little puzzle here. And I have unlimited turns and unlimited jumps, which was not the case in previous levels in this. Let them climb the last building. When you say let them climb the last building, the problem is they need to get to this Goldie block in the middle of the square. So the only pathway to get there appears to be this vertical path here. That's okay. That's the challenge of, you know, European audiences and late Coast Pacific time, but I appreciate you hopping in for the time that you are here. So we'll certainly solve this puzzle together as best we can. So I'm fairly confident that collecting this Goldie and having them move up this ladder here is the only path forward at the end. The question's going to be, how do I get them there? Do I take them this long path that I'm trying to devise? And then have them go a slightly different path to get in? That's what I'm kind of struggling with here. I'm sure there's like an easy, obvious solution that I'm missing somewhere. But we'll see. I just can't have the paths be directly in conflict in a way that they touch. So I'm thinking if there's any way to send them this way without forcing them down that path. Well, thank you, Danny. I appreciate that. They go up the building from the 5 up and then down for the Goldie. The problem is, in order for me to do that, I would have to place an arrow in a block that I currently can't access. That's, I believe, how I did it the previous time I solved this puzzle, but that's not the way that I can do it this way. So the only way around it appears to be finding a way to get 5 people onto this button and getting them back the way they came. Somehow, some way. You cannot cross the, they cannot cross the glass. So that's the whole point of this button, is this particular section. And I can actually show you. Let's just show you while we're doing it this way. So let's just say that I didn't activate the glass at all. And they're coming this way. I send them this way down. They collect the Goldie and try to go to the glass. Let's activate this and fast forward a little bit just to show you what's going to happen here. So they climb up the ladder, but then they just fall off the glass in perpetuity. And because it's too high, they all die. R.I.P. There aren't enough people available to guide the Goldie. Very sad. So the glass can only be unlocked using that button. So I need to find a way to navigate them to the button and allow them to pass back the way they came without causing a group to be in conflict. Now what I'm thinking is you have to utilize the jump in some way to work around that. How exactly, I'm not positive. Because what I'm assuming is going to happen is they can jump and they'll maybe pass over this block. And the best part, Danny, is you get to play as a cute little dog the whole time. So even if you're frustrated and sad, look at that wiggly tail. Who could be mad at that? So they jump, they cross over this path. If they go from the 5 up, the glass would already be broken, yes, but then the challenge then remains. So let's show you what that path looks like. So let's say that I send the people this way. I then send them this way through. And I'll do this without the Goldie just to show the challenge. Let's say I activate the button. They can climb up the glass. Where do they go from there? So let's see. So let's activate and move them through. So they cross on through up here. They cross on up here. They hop to the left. They unlock the glass. But now, because I haven't been able to set any arrows up at the top, they're basically just going to climb and go to their death. Oh, hang on. But then they fall to their death. Yeah. So that's the challenge is, if they go from too high of a height, they die. That's the other problem. So how would I safely get them without falling to their deaths? And I believe the only way through is through this little slat. Otherwise, bing, bang, boom, they die. They cannot climb back down. They literally fall down and plummet. So therein lies the challenge. I know. If only those humans could think for themselves. These sheeple just walking around hitting buttons. It's a shame. So, what I think... And the other thing, too, is that I don't have a horde of people that I'm working with, right? So, if it was just a continuous wave, I'd have to have them constantly jump over each other. It's a very finite number of people in this puzzle. So what I'm thinking I might want to do here is... jump. No, if they jump, because if they have to jump here, maybe I can try this, where they go this way, and then maybe a jump over this arrow, so that they can come back the way that they originally came, without crossing through each other's path. And I think that would work. So let's just see what happens in practice if I just send people that way without getting the Goldie, just to see if this theory holds some water. So they come through that little portal, they hop on through the cube, they jump down to the bottom, they cross through this little hole. 5 people activate the button. And then they jump. Okay, they do jump over it. Okay, so that at least solves that piece of the gameplay loop. The challenge is now, where do we go from here? Because now this arrow is sending them back the way they came, and they're just going to do that same loop again. So, how do I solve that piece of the puzzle? So maybe what I can do is opposite way, Goldie first, 5 tile second. That could make sense. The challenge still remains that they'll basically pick up the Goldie and come back over here, jump down, go through this little maze, come back the way they came, but they're still gonna have to climb this same wall to get to the end. So I think collecting the Goldie last still makes sense, just so I don't have to repeat pathways. So let's just quickly retry with the same commands. And the challenge now seems to be, how do I create two separate non-intersecting pathways? The challenge is I can't put a turn here because there's a tree in the way. That would be one solution that I could do. What I need them to do is go, maybe I could do this. Let's try this. So send the folks this way. Send them up through this narrow pathway and have them go this way, but on the way back, they jump over that arrow. So that way, when they go this way at the end, they can get to the Goldie and go up to the square and end it. So just following this loop one more time. They go to the right. They go up the cube. They go this way. They go through the loop. They jump over that. They jump over again. They go up the square. They go down the square. And they climb up the wall. That should work. If I did the math correctly. So let's see. So up the wall. They jump over, which doesn't have an impact. They go through the loop. They've activated the square. They hop on over. They hop on over again. They go up the square. Perfect. And there we go. So then they have the Goldie. Climb up the wall. And they activate the Goldie wall right at the end. Perfect. All right, that is the last trial we will do tonight. So that brings us to 42, the perfect magic number. Shows just the stats of the trials. Select it to view all sorts of information about the trials you've taken part in so far. I did get the Oscar, that's very true. Thank you, Mel. So just to see kind of what I've activated so far, let's hit B to exit. Just look at this just giant collection of humans, as well as all the Goldies that I've collected so far. That's been the really nice thing, is you have this little overworld here. And so far, just to show, we did the initial tutorial. Oh, this is the archive, which shows what exactly? Oh, this is like every model that we have. Wow. So I can activate fall and winter. So they'll all have little coats on. I can activate hats, where they're all wearing fun hats. And there's just the standard boring base model. Let's go back to 70s because that was a fun little treat. So that is the archive. There was another thing that I activated too. So Awakening Sequence 1, Choice Sequence 2, the Blue Core Sequence, and now the Fate Sequence. And we are back to the green orb, which is why the people have been collected the way that they have. And in the menu, we have a bunch of rewards. And we can see the number of stats. So 42 minutes in the trials, 31 trials completed. 42 hours actually seems wrong. Maybe that was my Xbox being weird. Number of retries, number of commands issued, time taken to complete all trials. All right, cool. That's good to see that those stats do exist. And with that, we are going to wrap for the night. So thank you all of you that have hopped in with us so far. We are going to get ready to raid out to somebody. So if anyone has anyone they would like to raid out to, I'd be more than happy to send them your way. What I usually try to do is someone around the same size, and if they were playing the same game, I would certainly send them that way, but it doesn't seem like anyone's playing this game on Twitch, which is pretty funny. Let's go smaller size that I'm following, and we'll see what comes up. Ooh, get someone playing Crash Bandicoot 2, that could be fun. Phasmophobia, if we feel like some spookiness. Roblox. And we have some Fall Guys because the new season came out of Fall Guys. So let's try this. We will raid out to our friend Zorid. So let me throw a quick command in the chat if I can bring it over to that screen. Let's give a quick shout out to Zord. And with that, let's hop on over to the last little bits on my checklist. So we are quickly going to plug the Discord. For those of you that would like to follow along, get any updates, and be kept aware of anything that's going on with the stream, you can hop onto the Discord. Just make sure you follow the passport process once you're in. Here is a list of all of my various links. Let's shout out some folks who hopped up in the chat. So let's throw a multi-shout out to, let's say, Bay, Chiver, Mail, and Danny, since y'all have been sitting in the chat, enjoying the time here. And for those of you that want my raid command, here's the one with the little eyeballs if you're following my channel. If you're a subscriber, here is the sub-raid command with the Videos Game Strike emote. Let's start the raid to get people prepped up and ready to go. And once everyone is ready to go, we will raid out. So thank you all for hopping in. I will see you all on Thursday for more of the same, more humanity. And I will see you on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.